Hi, this is King of Review. Find the sum of the possible values for constant x, where the following system of linear equations has solutions other than x equals y equals 0. So first, I want to review that if we have two equations that are in the form ax plus by equals e and cx plus dy equals f, we can represent these two equations with a matrix equation. So this first matrix is the coefficient matrix. So I'm going to write the coefficients of the x and y terms, a, b, c, and d. Our variables go here, x and y, and the constants, e and f, go here. So we can figure out what the determinant of the coefficient matrix is by multiplying the entries in the main diagonal, a times d, and then subtract the entries in the other diagonal, c times b. Now we're told here that this system has solutions other than x equals y equals 0. So in this case, we know that the determinant must be set equal to 0. So now let's set up our equations in this format here. So looking at our equations, we can see that we do not have the constant over here on the right-hand side. So let's move that kx and ky to the other side. So we have 4x plus 2y equals kx, and we want to subtract this kx on both sides. So here we can write this as 4 minus k times x plus 2y equals 0. That's going to be our first equation. And then we have x plus 3y equals ky. We're going to subtract this ky on both sides. And this gives us x plus 3 minus k times y equals 0. So now you can see that these two equations are set up in this format here. So now let's write our matrix equation. The first matrix is going to be our coefficient matrix. So we have these coefficients here. So we have 4 minus k and 2, and then 1 and 3 minus k. Next is our variable matrix, x and y. And lastly here is our constant matrix, and in this case we have zeros. So both of these constants here are zeros. Now we need to figure out what the determinant of this coefficient matrix is. And we do that by multiplying a times d minus c times b. And again, we're going to set it equal to 0. So we're going to multiply these two together first. 4 minus k times 3 minus k. Then we're going to subtract the product of these two entries, 1 times 2. And this is equal to 0. We can FOIL this section, so 4 times 3, that gives us 12. Then we get minus 4k minus 3k. Then we get plus k squared. And then 1 times 2, so minus 2. And that's equal to 0. Next, we want to combine like terms. So we have k squared minus 7k plus 10 equals 0. The next step is to factor. So k squared is k times k, and now we want two numbers whose product is 10 and sum is negative 7. Well, negative 5 and negative 2 would work. So here's our equation, and using the zero product property, we know that we can get a 0 here for the product if one of these two terms is equal to 0, because a number times 0 gives us 0. So we can set each of these terms equal to 0. So k minus 5 equals 0, and k minus 2 equals 0. Now solve for k. We'll add 5 on both sides. So we have k equals 5, and we'll add 2 on both sides, and we get k equals 2. Now the question asks for the sum of the possible values of k. So we have 5 and 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So 7 is the final answer. Thanks for watching.